Gives it a go. Oh, what an exquisite goal. Absolute perfection.
By the end of September, Sam Warren had already become one of Newport County's most important players. He was scoring, he was creating, and he'd already helped Newport knock out a Premier League club. But just a few months earlier, he couldn't even get onto the pitch. Sam Warren had spent most of his life around Newport County. The academy had been his escape, his home, and eventually the place where people began to realize there was something different about him. Now, at 20 years old, he had finally signed a professional contract. The dream he'd never really dared to call a dream was suddenly real. There was just one problem. He wasn't playing. Preseason came and went. One match, then another, and another. Sam watched all of them from the bench, not a single minute. The new manager had made his position clear from the beginning. Being young wasn't enough. Being talented wasn't enough either.
Potential is good, but earn your place.
And Sam was about to find out exactly how difficult that would be. His first opportunity finally came when the competitive season began, and there was no easing into it. This was professional football. The pace was different. The physicality was different. And Sam quickly discovered that knowing what to do with the ball was very different from knowing where to be without it. He was running too much, chasing things he didn't need to chase, leaving spaces he wasn't supposed to leave, trying to influence every part of the game at once. And eventually, his body started reminding him that professional football doesn't care how excited you are to be there. His stamina wasn't ready, his positioning wasn't ready, and neither was he. But there were moments, because underneath all the mistakes was something Newport couldn't ignore. His vision. Sam could see passes that other players simply weren't seeing. The problem was getting everything else to catch up. His first few appearances became a strange combination of promise and frustration. He could create something brilliant one moment and look completely lost the next. Sometimes a goal or an assist would rescue the performance. Other times, there was nothing to hide behind. But there was one thing the manager couldn't question. Sam worked. Every week, he kept showing up, running, training, practicing the things that were exposing him on match day. Stamina, pace, finishing, and even dead balls, a request from the manager. He wasn't suddenly becoming a complete player. He was simply becoming a little less raw every week. And eventually, one of those hours of training started to matter. Sam had been working on his free kicks. Now he had the chance to use one.
Gives it a go! Oh, what an exquisite goal! Absolute perfection!
His first professional free kick, and another reminder that while Sam still had a lot to learn, the talent was real.
Ahead of what should be a pulsating night of football.
Then came the kind of match that can change how a young player sees himself. Crystal Palace. Newport County were facing a club operating at an entirely different level. The plan wasn't complicated. Defend, stay disciplined, take whatever chances came. And somehow, Newport held them 0-0. 90 minutes passed, no winner. Then came penalties. And when Newport needed someone to take responsibility, Sam stepped forward.
And this will test the mentality of any footballer. And the penalty converted here. Low and accurate, that penalty. Can he convert? And slotted home right into the bottom corner. Excellent penalty. Goalkeeper beaten from the spot. Critical as always, in front of goal. And that's how to take a penalty, low and into the back of the net. And there it is, perfectly executed. And up he comes, doing his best to remain focused. And he's taken the low road, beautifully done. And so the tension levels have been ratcheted up to full blast. And delivering in the heat of battle. And he's beaten the keeper. And that is that. It's all over.
Oh, you've got to feel for him. You can see how gutted he is, but you've got to at least hit the target. It's a poor penalty.
Newport survived. And suddenly, the kid who couldn't get a minute in preseason had helped knock Crystal Palace out of the cup. It wasn't proof that Sam had arrived, but it was proof that he belonged in the conversation.
Closer. This for the lead. And a solid stop. Now it's in. Nothing he could do. No, surely. It's there. And it's a goal. This could get interesting. This could be. And it's there. A lovely, lovely way to score. Made a difficult finish look very, very easy. That's a good ball. Surely now. And another goal. It seemed all over before, but there's another to really seal it.
Sam was still making mistakes. His finishing wasn't consistent. His stamina was still an issue, and he was still learning how to play within the team's structure. But Newport was starting to see something. The academy player wasn't simply filling a place anymore. He was becoming important. Football has a way of correcting you when you start believing you've figured it out. Newport were top of the league, and then came Gillingham. Sam lost the ball. Gillingham punished them, and Newport lost. It was one mistake, but it mattered. Then a draw against Chesterfield. Then another defeat against Swindon. 3 matches without a win. Suddenly, the early momentum didn't feel quite so unstoppable. Sam Warren had survived his first few months as a professional. He had gone from watching every preseason match from the bench to becoming one of Newport's most important players. He had scored, he had created, he had survived his first major cup test, and he'd even been named Player of the Month. But he was still learning, still making mistakes, still trying to understand just how good he could actually become. And now, for the first time, Newport's early success was beginning to slow down. The question wasn't whether Sam Warren could play professional football anymore. It was whether he could become good enough to stay at the level everyone was beginning to expect from him.